Morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Dr. Mark Di Pasquale from Adjusted Family Chiropractic in South Morang in Melbourne, Australia. And today I bring you 5 tips to improve your posture. So we all hear about posture, I suppose. When we were younger, we used to go to school and, we used to be told to sit up straight, and we tell our kids all the time to, watch your posture. But important to understand why posture is so important. It's not just because of how we look, it's basically how the spine actually functions. Because one of the spine's functions, or one of its main things that it needs to do, is to protect the spinal cord and the nerves coming out of the spine, because that's what the body uses to get the communication pathways between the brain and our body, our organs, everything, to make it work correctly. So if our posture is compromised, often it can damage, irritate the nerve supply to our body, and then our body doesn't work correctly. So 5 tips to improve your posture. Let's go through them. I'll just minimize myself so we can actually see this correctly. Number 1 is to exercise. So physical activity can generally improve your posture, but core exercises are best. Your core includes muscles around your abdomen, back, and pelvis. And part of posture and how exercise relates into that is to keep the muscles which support the spine strong and balanced. It'll be balanced on the left and the right side of the spine as well. And also, looking from the side of the spine, there needs to be a couple of nice curves in the spine called the lumbar curve, or the lumbar lordosis. When that straightens up, the spine doesn't work correctly, and that puts pressure on the spinal cord and nerves. Number 2, sit up straight. Trying to sit tall with your shoulders dropped is a habit to get into if you work at a desk. So you may find yourself, when you're sitting for long periods of time at a desk, especially if you're working at a computer, the tension just rises. Your shoulders rise up. The tension just continues to be created in the neck, because the muscles which are raising your shoulders up is holding a lot of tension, and they can't relax very well. You'll want to properly position your chair, documents, keyboard, monitor, and phone. This is quite an important one in our modern day, because we're not made to be sitting for long periods of time. We're made to be hunting and gathering and farming, and so the computerization of our community is a detriment to our posture and our health, and we need to be aware of that. So we need to sit up straight and use these other techniques as well. So number 3, get proper nutrients. Calcium and vitamin D are essential for strong bones and muscles, which helps prevent osteoporosis. Before starting any supplement, talk to your healthcare provider, of course. So what we're looking at here is calcium, vitamin D, other minerals, trace minerals, etc., are very, very important to bone content. We all know that calcium is held within our bones. That's why as kids we were told to, get as much calcium as possible to build our bone structure. And then after the age of 21, what happens is our body uses the bones as a calcium store. So when our muscles need calcium, it goes to the bones and starts breaking it down. If that happens too fast as we get older, that's called osteoporosis. And that can be detrimental to bones breaking, fracturing, and all sorts of problems later in life. So we need to preserve it. Now, we look at bones as a calcium bank. Okay, you make deposits really early in our life so that we can make withdrawals on those deposits in the years after. So tip number 4, get up and move. As muscles tire, slouching, slumping, and other poor postures become more likely. This in turn puts extra pressure on the neck and back. In order to maintain a relaxed yet supported posture, change positions frequently. Get up and move. There's a lot of, even at the watches these days, can basically vibrate to tell us to get up and move, etc. We have apps on the computer to, move it with regards to sitting in one position for far too long. Once again, it gets back to our lifestyle with regards to computerization, sitting at desks, etc. Not good for our posture, not good for our health. Number 5, perform posture checks. Becoming aware of posture and ergonomics at work and home and at play is a vital step towards instilling good posture and ergonomic techniques. Try to perform regular posture checks throughout the day to improve your posture and health. Always improvements can be made with regards to posture, the way that we sit, stand, desks, how we're functioning at computers. But one of the main things is just continue moving around. Don't get stuck in one position. So we have 2 things overloading. Obviously, when we are very stressed. So obviously we're sitting down at computers working a lot. We might be, at our desk for 8 hours in the day. Plus you add that the stress, the sympathetic nervous system starts to get ramped up. Okay, sympathetic nervous system being the fight or flight response, and just overactive, a lot of things trying to get us away from that situation. So we need the parasympathetic to come in and dull that down and to allow us to work properly. So it all comes back to nervous system function. So understanding how posture relates to the spine, relates to the nervous system, is very key and crucial in our health. Because for health, we need to eat well, we need to exercise, we need all these types of things, but we also need our nervous system to be not too overactive and stressed, because that takes it away from its ability to heal, coordinate things well, etc. If you're stressed, what happens to your blood pressure? Goes up. If you're stressed, what happens to your digestive system? Dysfunctional, goes down. So these are the different components of sympathetic, parasympathetic supply. So talking about posture today, how to improve that, is a few tips that can help you. So any questions on any of this information today, let us know. I hope you find this information very of benefit to you and those at home, those at the workplace as well. So if you are in your workplace, do walk around and just make sure everyone's posture is okay. If you're at home, continue telling those kids to sit up tall and be careful of the tech neck with regards to screens. So our kids are always sitting with their heads down in their phones, etc. Try and get them off them as much as possible. Okay, bye for now. Have a healthier day. See you next time.